Hello ladies and gents, Ro here, and welcome to NOandROfilms. And today we're going to be continuing my Apple weekly news. Let's go ahead and jump straight into the Apple website, and we can start off this entire week with the Worldwide Developers Conference, which is coming up this June 5th. I highly recommend you guys check it out. I have a link in the description for you guys. You can get the full details. You can actually even mark it, and Apple gives you here a quick link. You can download it and add it straight to your calendar. If you have an iOS device, you'll be reminded that day right before the event starts, so you don't miss it. But let's go ahead and jump straight into the first article of the week, which talks about the 25-year-old. Well, today will be hitting the 25 years for the Apple Newton, and I have honestly never seen this device before, this Apple device before, and I was really curious of what it was. Apparently, it was like very first. I would say very first equivalent to an iPad. The display does not even look appealing, and it does appear to have like some sort of a stylus to it here as well. This article is titled Happy 25th Birthday to Apple Newton, the horrible product that changed the world. And it goes on to say that exactly 25 years ago, on May 29th, 1992, Apple CEO John Sculley went on stage during the CES show in Chicago and launched a tablet. Now, like I said, this was probably the first steps to the iPad, but like the article says already, a very horrible tablet. It just, I'm not even sure what they were trying to compete with at that time. Let's go ahead and not spend too much on this. Let's go into the next article here, which talks about the MP3 going completely bye-bye. Here we have yet another 25-year-old product. This article goes on to say that the patent holders declared the audio format officially dead. MP3, it was widely used, and actually it still is widely used, and the #1 format for audio files. This article goes on to say that the 25-year-old MP3 format have expired, and that the digital audio standard for old will therefore be replaced by the much more advanced and higher quality advanced audio coding, AAC format. On April 23rd, 2017, Technicolor's MP3 licensing program for certain MP3 related patents in software of Technicolor and Fraunhofer, ISS, has been terminated, and I'm not surprised by this. The MP3 format has been here for a while. Like it says, 25 years, and it's kind of funny that this article comes in with the happy 25th birthday for the Apple Newton, but the MP3 has seen a very long run, and I'm not surprised at all that it's going to be replaced by a much better, like it says here, an advanced audio coding format. Let's go ahead and jump straight to the next article, which talks about the latest 17-inch MacBook Pro, which is set to become obsolete, along with the MacBook Air, the late 2011 version. The article goes on to say that the computers are about to be added to Apple's vintage and obsolete products document, according to 925 Mac, indicating that Apple has discontinued hardware support for both MacBook in all regions except for California and Turkey, which means the two models will no longer be accepted for official repair in app stores from June 30th. Let's go in straight to the next article here I have, which talks about how the Apple Store is dominating the Google Play Store. According to this article, Apple's App Store creates double the $1 million successes compared to Google Play. And it goes on to say that nearly double the number of publishers made their first $1 million in annual revenue last year on the US App Store compared to Google Play. Now this is ridiculous. Based on the in-app purchases and the in-app advertising, I can just see how this actually works out pretty well for Apple. I have not personally used the Google Play or even played around with it, but I know from the App Store, I know with the bombarding of the in-app purchases and how the apps work and everything else integrated, I could see how it is completely dominating the market right now. I would have to personally say that the App Store is probably one of the greatest features on the iOS, because you can go in there and browse for any app. There's pretty much an app for anything now, and there's been this long joke of going around. If your friend asks you a question and you just respond, there's an app for that. And this article actually goes in and covers that says right here, there's an app for that, we know. And now it seems that there's an app millionaire for that too. And they're just talking about how the App Store is completely dominating regarding revenue compared to the Google Play Store. Moving on to the next article here. Now, the following images are based on leaked blueprints, and if you look at the design of the camera here, it's instead of the latest iPhone 7, which has the horizontal camera, this one actually focuses on a vertical camera alignment. Along with, if you look, this is just a back view here. You have the Apple logo most likely right here in the circle. Now, based on this model here, there is no button on the front as well for your Touch ID, but it is supposed to be built into the 3D touch display, a Touch ID sensor. But I've also heard rumors that this may not happen due to some manufacturing errors. So I'm going to be really interested to see what's going to happen, or what's going to be announced really during the Worldwide Developers Conference. Honestly, in this June, we may not even hear regarding of the new iPhone 8. That might not even be released or announced till September. But I'm still really excited for the Worldwide Developer Conference coming up this June. This article states that the iPhone 8 may not have a button on the front of it, ditching the design that's been around since the iPhone was released 10 years ago. Like I said, you may not see the button actually here, but it may be built in to the Touch ID, or the Touch ID may be built into the display. Moving on to the next article here, which discusses the $1,099 iPhone 8, a 256 gigabyte iPhone 8 with an advanced A11 chip, wireless charging, including AirPods, along with the 3D rendered, or I haven't really heard about the full specs or regarding how the camera is going to work, being it's aligned vertically as you see here. This article goes on to say that therefore Janikowski argues while the $1,000 price tag may seem like an awfully steep proposition, in reality, it's actually not unreasonably more expensive than Apple's inherent top-tier iPhone, though it will feature a plethora of next-generation technologies and advanced features that actually substantiate the $100 to $200 price increase. Still, we can't help but hope that Apple ultimately decides to release a 64 gigabyte variant that undercuts the $1,000 price. And I could agree with this article because my current 64 gigabyte iPhone, and I have not used all 64 gigabytes. I've come close. I believe I'm at like 55 gigabytes, but that's like probably 50% of the apps that I probably don't even use on a day-to-day basis. So if I got rid of most of those, I would still probably be down to maybe 30 gigabytes. And with my music, it really comes down to how much music, how many photos, and how many apps you're using on a day-to-day basis. And some people have way more than I do. So let's go ahead and go to the next article here. Another article by iDrop News. They're talking about the iPhone 9. And I know it's a little early because we haven't really heard anything about the iPhone 8, but I do want to cover the rumored massive 6.4 OLED display. And as you guys can see, if you look here, based on our previous blueprint leaked image we were going over, if you look at the very top here, you see that little indent at the top. It would be for your the headphone for the listening portion when you're actually making a call, and you'll probably have the front-facing camera up there as well. But this design looks very nice. You got the bezeled edges, just like the iPhone 8 more than likely have. This iPhone 9 rumor mainly encompasses the actual screen display and how massive it's going to be. And it goes on to say that the two companies have recently signed a non-disclosure agreement for general conditions, including the screen size. And I just wanted to point that out. If you would like to find out more regarding the iPhone 9 and you're not interested in the iPhone 8 at all, I'll have a link in the description for this article. You can go ahead and check it out further. But I do want to cover the leaked iPad, which is going to be more than likely announced this June, and I'm kind of excited for this. I've personally been debating to purchase an iPad because I play a lot of Clash of Clans, and a bigger screen would probably work out a lot better for me. So this leaked 10.5-inch iPad Pro, and this one in particular covers the cases of the iPad Pro because it talks about the bezeled edges and the 19 mm bezels on top and bottom of the display, and then the 7 mm side bezels. It's mainly talking about how the screens looked. I personally thought since the iPhone 8 is going to be edge-to-edge, why not make the iPad, the next generation iPad, be edge-to-edge display as well? And, it probably bump up the price too much with that edge-to-edge display. Now, if you look at this image here, we can see the two iPad models and the one on the left being the 10.5 inch. The slight screen difference increase is, it will definitely make a difference and it will be noticeable. So I would be personally excited to get my hands on this iPad Pro. This article here actually receives its rumors based on a case design that was released for the latest iPad Pro. So I do want to stay on the case topic, and I do want to add in an iPhone 7 case here that actually includes fidget spinners on them. Well, the case is available for iPhone 6, 6S, 7, and 7 Plus, but you can actually attach a fidget spinner to it. And if you're into fidget spinners, you can now fidget spin away as you make a phone call or play in the latest game or listen to music. Look at this. Look at these designs they got on them. And they actually have a GIF here at the bottom showing you how they're actually spinning on the iPhone. If you're interested in this, I'll have a link in the description for you. Be sure to check it out. Other than that, I do want to end on a Steve Jobs quote here. And it goes on to say, that's been one of my, well, I don't think I'm going to read it. And that will be it. Thank you guys for watching this video. Catch you guys next video, and later.
So let my life be